In 2026, the buy my $27 ebook single digital product is officially dead because ad costs are higher than ever. And if you're trying to scale a single digital product in a vacuum, you're not building a business, you're just gambling your money. You'll end up spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, making a fraction of that back, and you think the product is invalid or it failed, but really you just didn't map out the entire system correctly. In 2026, you need more than a product itself. You need a self-funding lead machine. And today I'm going to walk you through the exact 4-stage ecosystem that pays for its own traffic and scales your high ticket backend. To give you some context, my name's Tanner Fight. I'm currently head of sales for an online coaching company called 7-Figure MSP. My personal experience has really just been scaling through the sales environment from SDR to AE to sales manager to even building multiple $1 million sales teams. And I'm going to walk through a funnel that I have seen be effective across a variety of different companies, especially if you are a smaller team and you need to make the most out of every advertising dollar that you spend. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So most people fail because they try to scale a low ticket offer and they don't have the financial components mapped out to a T. So they'll spend $1,500 on ads, let's say, and then they'll only make $1,000 back on their low ticket funnel, turn everything off, think it didn't work, and then go try to scale like a video sales letter, call funnel, booking, etc., webinar funnel, and they'll change the process just because they think it wasn't effective. When in reality, it just wasn't complete. So let's walk through this example. Let's say your top of funnel traffic conversions, you're spending $1,500 a month. You're getting a $30 CPM, which basically means how much it costs you to get 1,000 eyeballs on your ads. So if you're spending $1,500, divide that by your $30 CPM. That's going to give you 50. Multiply that by 1,000. That's going to give you how many impressions you're going to see on your ads. Now, if you have a 1.5% click-through rate, that means when people are going to see your ad, click the button, go to your initial offer, this is how many people that you're going to have viewing your landing page for that $27 product. So let's say it's 750. And when you're looking at the math behind that, you get 750 people viewing it. You have a 5% conversion rate. You'll sell 37 units at $27, which means you've only made back about $1,000. And upon first glance, this is losing. And it is, because you're spending $1,500 and you're only making 1,000 back. And this is where most people stop because they haven't mapped out the whole process. So when you're building out a low ticket funnel that will ultimately ascend people into a high ticket offer, you have to navigate people through the phases and what's ultimately required through traditional buyer psychology to get there. So the first offer is usually going to be something around clarity. For example, since I've built a lot of sales teams, I could have a PDF that walks people through exactly how I have built sales teams in the past that have scaled to multiple millions of dollars because people are trying to scale their online business and they don't know how to structure a sales team. Get clarity around a specific topic. The second offer you can build out is around speed. This would be something like, okay, now that you know that you need to scale a sales team, and let's say a component of that would be your scripts, your SOPs, how to structure your CRM. I could have different offers and I could split test this and see, okay, get my exact scripts that I've used within my teams. Get the exact CRM hygiene process that I use. Get my exact on-call and off-call sales team processes, how they do their end-of-day reports, anything like that. Get my templates for it so that you can just plug and play into your business, which gets you to the outcome faster. So your second offer being around speed is ultimately going to help people get to the clarity at a shorter time frame. The third offer you can put in place is going to be more of an ongoing support and continuity style offer. This is why you've seen so many people have school pages and private Facebook groups, and they resell like Go High Level accounts, and you can get it for $97 a month or $197 a month or whatever it is. It's because you can get people who know that they need an additional layer of accountability, who will buy in and opt into something like this. And this is just a good way to navigate through the different tiers that go on in someone's brain about the support they need. So the clarity is around a problem awareness. The speed is going to be around like, okay, the rate of time it'll take me to get to a solution. And then the ongoing continuity is more of a community and support aspect because people love to have a community that they're involved with. It's creating an in crowd and an out crowd. And then finally, you can have your high ticket offer. And this can either be a done with you, a done for you, and this will traditionally range anywhere between $5,000 up to $50,000 depending on what you're selling. So let's go ahead and walk through this. Initially, if all you have is your single digital product that you're trying to sell, you're never going to be able to make it work because ad costs are just going to get higher and higher and higher. Can you do it to where you break even on your first offer? Yes. Is it likely? No. Will I make that promise to you? Absolutely not. It's incredibly difficult. You have to have perfect offer to, total addressable market clarity and like perfect product market fit. It doesn't happen out of the gate, which is why when you start to introduce your second offer, this is where things get interesting. Because if you introduce that one, and let's say based on your first offer, you get 37 people closed, that means they're going to get redirected to a second page in which you can offer them something else to get them there faster. And let's just say 1 in 5 people will hit you up on that offer. So now you had 37 people, you convert 1 in 5, which is 20%, you'll get 7 units, and let's say that's a $100 offer. Now you've got an additional $679. Now if you go up to your funnel, you're seeing that your return on ad spend based on incorporating that second offer now gets you to 1.12 return on ad spend, which is basically breaking even, if not bringing in a little bit more money. This is important because now you have self-liquidation. You've got, client financed acquisition, self-liquidating offers. There's all kinds of terms for it, but basically you're getting your money back. And this is going to be valuable because it will allow you to continue to market and build up the contacts within your CRM so that you can continue to nurture these people. You own them through email marketing, through calling, through texting, etc. Now, when you start to get into your third offer on a continuity basis, again, let's just say 1 in 5 people convert. You get 7 people through your second offer. So that means 1 in 5, you'll get about 1 of them to sign up. You'll get $497, or it could be $297. Maybe it's $197 a month school community or something along those lines so that you can continue to stack your cash flow over time. Because you may find that when you have a continuing ongoing monthly recurring offer, it might be $197 a month, let's just call it $200, and you find on average that the people will stay in that community for 6 months, which means that if it's $200 a month for 6 months, then that means each person is going to be $1,200. So if you're getting 1 of those a month, then great. That means that you just got $1,200 in total client value in addition to what you spent across your first and secondary offers. So now you're starting to get a little bit more profitable, and you can use that money to redeploy back into your top of funnel strategy, whether that be running ads on YouTube, Facebook, Google pay-per-click, whatever it is, to get people into your ecosystem. And that takes you to your fourth offer, which is going to be your high ticket offer. Now, based on these numbers right here, the way I would position this is that after somebody's signed up for a continuity-based offer, you give them the option to book a call with you. Maybe that's through a VSL, which briefly outlines what it is that you do, how you help people, your experience, things like that, and addresses a specific problem, who it's for, who it's not for, etc. And if you're looking to get additional help because you just want somebody to do it with you or for you, then this is where you could book that high ticket call so that you can work with a team and be able to do that appropriately. Now, with this particular model, people aren't going to book just based on the throughput on this. But now, since you've seen that by offer 2 and 3, you're self-liquidating, you know that you can scale this a little bit more effectively, okay? So overall, your total revenue, or as it sits right now, is $2,175. You spent $1,500. That means you're now profitable in your first 30 days, which here's a term for that. It's called your payback period, which essentially means how quickly can you get the money back that you spent to acquire your customers. And in this instance, it's in 30 days, meaning that you now have a very profitable and scalable front end offer, low ticket to high ticket ascension. So that means when you've got something that's cranking, you found the ad set that's working for you, you can duplicate it. And let's say the next month you want to spend $5,000 on ads because you know this is going to work. But let's say that because of you're increasing your spending, you might find that it's starting to dilute your audience a bit more, and maybe your cost per measure goes up. So instead of it being $30, maybe it's $40. And maybe your click-through rate goes to like 1.25. And from here, you can start to see how things scale up. So before, in your first month, it was 37 units. Now you've got 78 units on month 2 that you can continue to add into your ecosystem. Now, based on these conversion metrics, you're still not getting anybody to book from the low ticket funnel. But this is where people fall short, because with 37 in month 1 and 78 in month 2, that's going to give you, 115 opportunities in your CRM. If you have everything set up appropriately for your sales infrastructure, meaning your CRM is up to date, you've got your automations in place that alerts you immediately when somebody purchases your low ticket offer, you're calling these people in sub 5 minutes when they opt in, you have a continually ongoing outreach cadence. So you're in the first 5 days, you're calling them 3 or 4 times, you're texting them 3 or 4 times, you're sending them an email or 2 to try to get that conversation going. the likelihood of you being able to get 115 people onto a sales call is going to be a lot easier for you to scale things up, because you might, let's say you get a 10% pickup rate on 115 people. That means you're going to have 11 conversations. Of the 11 conversations that you have, and that maybe you find that 7 of them are actually settable. They're qualified for your high ticket offer. And of the 7 people that you talk with, you book 5 of them into having a discovery call with you. You have an 80% show rate, 4 of them show up. And of the 4 that show up, you're able to close 1 of them into that high ticket offer. Now you've gotten a $7,500 deal across the line, which if you do it, you can do it in payment plans, you can do it in lump sum, offer them some kind of prepay bonus. Let's say your offer is $7,500 and it's for 6 months. Well, if they pay for everything up front, they can do it for $6,500. Well, now you've collected all that money up front, which means that if you add $6,500 into your total revenue for that month, that'll bump you up to about $11,500 on your $5,000 ad spend, which would give you roughly a 2.1 return on ad spend, which means things are starting to get more and more scalable. So then the next month you can go through, add more money into your ad spend, continue to scale that up until you get to a breaking point in which you realize, oh man, I need a setter. Oh man, I need a salesperson in here so that I can actually manage the lead flow that's coming in. And that's when you can really go from plateau to a click in your business that'll allow you to ramp things up. And you'll be shocked at how quickly you can take a new offer from 0 to 50, 60, $100,000 a month when you have everything mapped out appropriately. And all that comes down to is figuring out how to make it work economically and setting up your infrastructure to have success. So selling digital products in 2026, if I were going to do it, it would not be based on a single product. It would be based on Ascensions solving the clarity around a problem someone's facing, giving them the ability to do it faster through templates and things of the like, giving them a community that they can join so they can get ongoing support and communicate with people who are on the same journey as them. And then ultimately offering people the ability to get done with you or done for you services for those who are a little bit more advanced and have a little bit more cash available to them so that they can invest into their business. If you do this, you're going to be able to have a lot more success with your low ticket to high ticket funnel ascension. And in 2026, if you have any questions regarding how to structure sales teams or anything like that, I'm going to make more videos about how you can set up your CRM infrastructure, how you can bring on a setter, how to set SOPs, all those things. So just follow my YouTube channel, just give me a subscribe, and I'll continue to make those videos.